are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm fantastic. And guess, you guys, what? Dr. Zhu is here with who?
Doctor Who.
Dr. Zhu is here with
FQ,
FQ.
as the world calls me.
FQ. What's FQ?
Faisal Qureshi.
Oh, and what about the PQ?
Personality quotient.
Okay, so it's not PQ, it's FQ.
FQ is Faisal Qureshi.
Right.
The Faisal quotient.
Could be.
Let's talk about life. Let's talk about love.
Okay. What is love?
Love is not what the world thinks it is.
So what is it?
What do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah.
Well, now I can say my version of it.
Well,
I think
it has to be our version of it,
okay,
of course.
so love is the only true emotion that we have. The rest of the other things are all mind-made.
What the world needs now is love, true love.
True love.
As the song goes. But we globally have confused love with ownership. If I love you, I want to own you, possess you, consume you, mold you,
Right.
twist you, and have you conform to my way of how you should be.
But that's a mind way of the ego way of loving, because the ego
And that
wants,
is not love.
That is not, because the ego wants always, ego has fear built in there, and the ego wants guarantees. So once the ego portion starts to love, then you want guarantee, and you want to bind the other person and make the other person dependent on you.
Yeah, but the other discussion that comes out of this this paradigm is that if someone truly loves another, they should just be happy in the other person's happiness. Not we unfortunately say I love you, and that's it's my happiness. It isn't my happiness. If I love you, I just want you to be happy, in whatever way, and whether your happiness includes me or not is irrelevant.
Perfect.
And unfortunately, the world does not see love that way, and thus complicated relationships.
Right. So when you look at love, love is giving one way. So if you are in a relationship because of the reason what you can give to the other person, and it makes you happy what you can give her,
Yeah.
without any expectation in return, that is love. And if the love means she wants to go, then you let her go. Because
As long as she's happy.
obviously she's happier somewhere else, and it's nothing wrong with you.
Yeah.
Because that's her choice, so you must respect. Same as for dying. If a person chooses to die, you must let the person die and be happy, because you respected the person's decision.
Absolutely, but unfortunately, we can't let people die that easily. We have to try to stop them because just one way. There's no, there's no coming. You know, there's the old quotation saying, "If you love someone, set them free. If they come back to you, they're yours. If they don't, they never were." We have never understood that.
Yeah, but that's
If
what
you
it is.
set,
Let go.
if you love someone, set them free.
Set them free.
And
That's the key
we think
point.
it's like, let them go and then they come back to my cage if it's all right. If they don't come back to my cage, they were never mine. It's not that. If you set them free, and if they still come back to you, they're still yours. And if they don't, you still love them.
Correct.
Even if you don't own them, does not mean you should stop loving them. And if you don't, if they haven't come back to you, doesn't mean you kill them, hurt them, destroy them.
No, that's ego.
That's ego.
That's ego.
So, what do you think? In conclusion, generally speaking,
I
majority
would like to
people,
say so many things, because out of those few things that you said, I can at least say 5 things of an angle which can come and make things more sense, I believe. So one is this: set free. You set free because that means possession. If you don't,
yeah,
if you do want to possess, you're just digging yourself deep misery.
yeah.
So setting free means that you are living in the present moment and knowing that whatever happens right here, right now is the only reality. And you're happy if the other person is here, share that moment with you. And if the other person had to go somewhere else and their present moment has to be somewhere else, you're happy for them because they are somewhere else and doing what they want to do.
And in their happiness should be your happiness, since you love them.
Right. And it is very hard to do once we conditioned otherwise.
Once we condition otherwise very easy to do.
Because I haven't seen that, so I had to condition myself the other way and to learn that. And yes, it is very hard, and for most people say this is impossible. Yes, it's possible, but you start practicing it. So you step on the journey, and the journey means that you practice. So 9 out of 10.
When people say it's impossible, it's really this severe ego screaming out and saying it's impossible.
Right, because they don't want to change. They don't want to change because it's easier for the ego to stay where it is than go through the temporary hardness of breaking through the ego and realizing that living on a higher dimension will bring you peace. So why should you be anxious?
Why is there even temporary hardness?
Because every learning and every breaking through from one dimension going to the next is a temporary, it's you breaking out of your comfort zone.
It's not just romantic love we're talking about, even parental love. I mean, and parents need to let go of the children,
Yeah,
and let them be happy, and just be happy in their happiness, be
Right.
happy in their success,
correct.
be happy in who they're becoming. Of course, if anyone's about to harm themselves, then it is your duty to intervene and inform and try to stop that from happening. But generally, in general life decisions, let them make the decisions. Let them fall. Let them learn.
This is what parents don't allow children because of the protection. When I do my parenting sessions, I always ask the people, what are you afraid of your child falling? What is it going to hurt you? Because definitely the kid is not knowing what's happening, so it didn't hurt until you start screaming and running over to the kid, and then they're going to start to cry. Otherwise, they would have just look around, okay, nothing
Fix
happened,
themselves, learn,
and get up.
Yeah.
So what I teach on these, that let the kids fall, because early enough they learn to sit on their hiney and they're able to get up one way. Then you go to them and celebrate them because they got up on their own.
We also don't celebrate people's recoveries and successes.
Yeah.
We mourn their mistakes, but we don't celebrate their going on. We don't celebrate people's moving on. We in fact hurt people when they try to move on. When we see somebody moving on, we
That's
want
ego.
to hurt them.
Yeah.
We want to hold them back.
Because they are doing something what you're supposed to be doing, but because of you are living in your comfort zone, you are jealous at them. They are doing what you're supposed to be doing. Therefore, you want to pull them back. Very simple.
I'm miserable. How dare you become happy?
There you go. There you go.
So I'm going to
That's
make sure.
jealousy.
I'm going to make sure you're miserable as well.
Because this is like the two things which I'm explaining, the pain and pleasure things. If something you don't like, then you start hating it if you have to do it, and you want crave for something, and if you don't get it, someone else from that person who you wanted to get it, and if you see that particular person giving it to another person, then you become angry and you become jealous. Very
Which
simple.
brings us to another topic,
Yeah.
which we will keep for the next session.
Yeah.
Is
But we are at love right now.
we're at love, and the next one is love. Related to the same thing is revenge. We feel that whatever's
comes from
happening to
jealousy,
us,
yeah.
what's happening to us, we feel is because you were a bad person. We fail to see that whatever's happening to me is because of what I did. I've attracted whatever's coming to me. We blame the other person for our misery. We blame the other person for our fall. We blame the other person for whatever's coming to us. We fail to understand that no one has the power to harm or hurt another. We live our own lives.
Correct.
We create our own worlds.
That's coming from one of the emotional wounds, which is humiliation, and that's our mom's.
Well, let's keep that for the next one.
Right. Let me just link the revenge to that, because once you have, I'm not going to explain totally, but once you are full of pain, the pain cannot be contained within the human body. It's impossible, so it will come out one way or another. And then one way unconsciously will come out is that when you see someone doing the things you're supposed to be doing, and you hold them back, put your revenge back to them, that why should you be happy and why should you be doing things why I am not doing or why I can't do it, self-limitation.
We'll talk about revenge and punishment as well. Keep watching us.
Punishment.
Jujana's own YouTube channel, and of course on 247online.tv as well, and Personality Quotient. Thank you for being with us.
See ya.